See Simple in the server alongside Electronic, who's had a couple of mares recently. Want to see if the player that said he can be better than Simple can maintain the consistency of that very same. Let's jump in. Navi starting on the CT side, Syman on the attack.
Let's get into it then. Day 15 on the road to Rio finds us with Navi and Syman Gaming, and it's going to be the Latter starting on the CT side here, so we'll see whether they can get going. Pistol will be underway, so thank you so much for bearing with us. We'll have a look at the buys as they come through. Neil, the in-game leader with the P250 armor combo, also known as Superman, and it's Boomich with the diffuse kit and a couple of flashbangs here. Now, we do expect them to head towards the B side of the map. Seems a very common approach here on Overpass and his T-pistol, but anything can and will happen. Let's see what kind of pace they plan to set.
Okay, so 4B, 1 peeking fountain for info. This is a very common pistol strat for the CTs. It's all about number 5, Simple. He's been given the responsibility of call for info. He actually just doesn't overstay his welcome, so he's not going to be able to announce that 4 are crossing towards Playground. This could work very well for the T side. If Neelan can keep the CTs occupied here with his presence, we are cooking with gas. He needs to survive, though. They're all the way up long already. 4 CTs, no one's got info. Simple still hasn't seen a thing. Oh, hello.
Certainly has now. Simple will be up against a few players here, 3 to be exact, as they barrel down towards a long position. Simple is gifted a bit of a freebie there, and they're flashing themselves as well. We are going to see a bit of a nightmare as Simple does get the first couple of frags. He's bought so much time for the rotations here. It's a full commitment towards the A side, and the bomb should be going down here. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Norma patrolling towards Optimus, and Neely defending with that P250.
This is going to be a tough one to defend. Flashes over from Boomich. He's got a kit as well, and they're taking so much damage. Closing the gap is Electronic, but he's found by Neelan. Another chance. Norbert squanders it, and Neelan's the last to fall. It will be a Navi retake, and 1-0.
Well, I'm pretty happy with that from the retake position.
Burger Dam. I've been practicing my German.
What does that mean? Is that just an area?
It's an area.
just a name. Can't really translate that one.
Berg is bridge, or Brücke is bridge, so I got that one wrong already.
Your German is coming on quite nicely. I've heard you talking. I'm like, how's he done that?
He's having full conversations with people.
I mean, I think I still sound like a German chimpanzee.
Yeah, but to me, it sounds fantastic.
I'll take that. Thank you, guys.
Very attractive.
Yeah, dankeschön.
So, Syman Gaming will have the Desert Eagles. No armor, but we'll see what they can make. Remember the bomb going down, and there was a very strong buy. They could have got a couple of AKs here, but I think this is the correct choice, Chad. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I feel like this team will have to be more tactical, need all their equipment to take the likes of Navi down.
Yeah, I think getting the orb into Mo's hands will be one of the #1 priorities, but so will dealing with Simple, because, look, he is still at the top of the tables in terms of stats within the CIS region, and if anybody had any questions if he was the best player in the world, I think, some of the form that he puts on, it just answers it. When he comes into the server, he does it with flair, with style. He's doing the fundamentally sound things, but he's also breaking the game. So I just love it every time we get to watch him play.
Just the 3 unarmored Deagles remaining, and you can see that they've kept them at arm's length. They went for more rifles than you perhaps normally see on a second round buy, and that's just so they can take these lovely long-range favored fights. The Deagle, if precise, certainly can hang, but already those 2 casualties Simple has caused, likely going to be just a little too much to overcome.
Kriaz, Neelan, and Norbert, the dream team, setting themselves up towards the A bomb site here. Doesn't look likely they'll get a kill, but this is absolutely fine. They're being very patient about it just to see if anyone will overstep the mark here. But Navi, they haven't had the perfect run so far. We'll see whether they show a bit more discipline this particular game. They are known to be a little bit too aggressive, Chad. The likes of Boomich, you and I haven't necessarily been enjoying everything he's doing on the server.
Yes, some of these info plays that he goes for, it seems like they're not out of necessity, just out of Boomich, wanting to go for a bit of a play. But if he can reel that in, if they can define their approach to the game, this team can get back to that #1 slot in the world. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. He's shown us what he's capable of on LAN in Katowice.
Oh, God, yeah.
His swan song performance showed us how powerful Boomich really can be.
I had a really lovely moment with Boomich, actually, in Katowice.
Oh, yeah?
After his victory, I saw him outside the hotel. I said to him, Boomich, you're an animal today. And he said, yes, man, hippopotamus.
That's right,
that was one of the sweetest moments I've ever seen.
Loved it.
He said it in such a lovely way as well.
He had a huge smile on his face.
Yeah, I was like, what a lovely man.
Yeah.
Either way, we are going to be getting to that first gun round of sorts. Navi, they'll have a bit of a bonus situation with the FAMASs, the MP9s, and I'm sure we'll see a bit of fireworks here from the likes of Boomich. As we mentioned, he does like to get stuck in, as we'll have the MP9 for this particular round. Players towards short, and he makes a few footsteps. So, Norbert, certainly going to be inquisitive.
Ooh, look at that molly.
That's really cool. That's a very common position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be directly beneath. That's the only way you're going to get it to land in that spot. If you think about it, it has to be dribbling down from the top. So,
Must do.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But let's have a look as to whether this default will find any success for Syman Gaming. They've got Simple to deal with. He's towards middle right now, and he's looking very sharp indeed. Only died once. Holding towards A. He has got a bit of backup, though, with Electronic. That's quite the dastardly duo, I'd say. Don't want to be running into that, if possible.
Yeah, Green, turn the X-ray off. Let's go into the dark for this one.
That can't have been deliberate nade. It went straight through the hedge. A little unfortunate for him. No X-ray. Okay, so let's live in the eyes of Syman Gaming.
Surely looks like an A finish now.
Yeah, procedurally clearing their corners. They've got toilet space. That's Nealon who's taken that. So look at their limited nades. We've got 2 smokes for this. So there goes one towards the bin side. Kriaz has the other, likely when he gets it towards bank after their first frag. No information just yet. No fights being given. Flashing in. The first fight found. It's Boomich hanging around that Optimus area. He needs to clear it. Kios does catch him, and that's the start. Another frag found. He got a 3v2 here.
Oh, Electronic was there the entire time, and Kios, he's found them 3 versus 1 now. Perfecto, the former Syman Gaming member, will be taken down in the process, and it will be their first round here. But remember, like I said, a bit of a bonus situation, but it still was costly. Na'Vi won't have enough to get a full buy-in here, but they could go for an AWP if Boomich wants to drop that for Simple, see if he can have high impact here. I would say take the eco at this point and just rebuild. They're going to have plenty of money going forward here. Don't need to force buy this one, and we'll see whether they're that way inclined.
Yeah, it's still very early stages. See how the focus of these guys was to swarm the side and then not even allow them to set up for the retake. Going through the smoke, takes out Flamey, able to pin Perfecto over towards the bank position, and that's good stuff from Syman Gaming. So let's see if they can weather the storm of the pistols. We know how dangerous these type of rounds can be. We've seen everybody from the best teams in the world to, you know, some teams who aren't on our radar either win or lose these rounds. They're definitely no longer a foregone conclusion.
God, the Simple AWP. It's the only prospect they have aside the Deagles, and I don't know how you're going to make that work across the entire map. I mean, admittedly, this boost is looking pretty fantastic for anyone that challenges short, which is for now, where 2 of them do lie. A smoke monster, that's the same Molotov, and yeah, very effective to stop the short close angle.
So the in-game leader putting all of his faith in his star player here. Simple is towards the B bomb site. He would need multiple kills here. Set his pistols up, he's booted at the very back. And here comes the commitment. The smoke's deployed. Norma to lead the charge through Monster, and Simple's ready for it, but doesn't pull the trigger on the first.
And he falls off before he can take another shot. He decides to have to go close quarters, and a jiggle onto Mo, doesn't hit the shot, has to back away and respect the flame. And Syman Gaming, a successful take. There's nothing Simple can really do to contest this.
Yeah, he might as well save the AWP now. It's going to be Electronic as the bodyguard. And that's 2 rounds now for Syman Gaming. A heavy investment there. Will lead Boomich to another MP9, unfortunately for him.
His MP9 isn't as cool as yours either.
Oh, I did get a nice MP9.
Chad, you haven't even seen it, bro.
More insane. You guys went more nuts.
Oh, I went full mental last night.
Why?
I had a bit of emotional breakdown. Don't really know why.
Okay.
Ended up converting my entire inventory to a full
He sold everything
pink
else.
collection now. Every weapon, including gloves, the knife, my rifles, my
pink.
SMGs, my pistols, are all high-tier pink skins, factory new stat track.
So, Henry, you need to put a tweet out. You need to say, I'm going to sell all of my CSGO possessions and buy them in purple.
It's actually quite a look. I think I need to get it. I've made my HUD pink as well, my crosshair pink. I'm pink in game on the radar.
Have you played a game since?
Yeah, we played all night.
We actually decided we enjoyed the game more with our new skins.
And I've called myself the Scarlet Pimpernel now.
Yeah.
My new nickname on Steam.
Okay, a lot happened. All right.
Yeah, you missed it.
I call him Pimp for short.
Exactly.
It's pretty original. No one's really kind of done that before.
I know that you guys were watching the Elon Musk podcast at the same time.
He inspired me.
So
his breakdown inspired mine.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
Perfect. Well, you just have to have a kid and name it a bunch of numbers and letters, and then I think things will be looking pretty normal.
Yeah, I think I'll be right back on track. Here we go, though, towards the short area. It is going to be a fast push in towards the B-bomb side. Boomich to defend, though, and it looks great for him in terms of the lineup, but 2 kills against Na'Vi make it 4. Simple is wondering what the hell just happened in round number 5 there. He's got no chance of winning this one, and Syman Gaming are on their feet here, boys. They're looking ready for this one.
Simple just doesn't get to contribute 2 rounds in a row. It's going to be a nasty feeling for him, too. Just hits into the B site. You're caught in limbo. There's nothing you can do if they die so quickly. Now, a battle for preservation, less than aggression. Simple with just that AWP on his back, a USP to preserve And he opts for a tight corner on Optimus. It doesn't look like they're going to get too hungry on this hunt. If they were to continue this push down long, there could be a chance that there is combat. Yeah, Flash as well. I've got a feeling Simple's going to be tested here. First, Norbert can trade, and he does. No AWP for Na'Vi. That's actually huge as well. We just saw their attempt with the Simple and the 5.7s. So the AWP this time not going to be coming out at all.
Ooh, you're dead on there. This is looking quite good for Syman Gaming. Losing the pistol down 2-0, but they got the bomb planted. Bit of Skybox entertainment now.
So check this out. On this fast B play, they actually dropped their own smoke to cover off the door position. This is something I first saw Pronax doing back in the day. So that means that no rotation or electronic coming through has to push a smoke if he wants to flank. He comes through, gets taken down with ease. And that was a key part of this B take, getting rid of Connector, making sure it wasn't a concern.
Yeah, good call on that one. That's a very good one. Where are they throwing that smoke from?
From spawn. It's going to bounce off. Sometimes some teams would bounce it off of that very high bridge. Others would have different lineups. But I remember first seeing Pronax's teams doing it. And I think it could have even been in one of his Godsent stints. I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
It is a surprise that that's not more commonplace for B takes, just because of it's such a powerful flank. If a CT goes fast underpass, swings open that door.
Normally you have to have like a T waiting at the staircase, right, watching those flanks, and now you can completely eradicate that and shut it down with a 6-man in the form of the smoke. Pretty cool. And it's going to be another eco here for Na'Vi. 3-2, and they've got P250s pretty much across the board. A couple of Deagles in the mix as well, as you see Boomich boosted up here. But in these sort of rounds, you're very aware that these sort of novel plays we brought out of this stage, you're going to be pre-firing those boosted positions. And Syman Gaming, I'm sure they're no different. Shouldn't be in any danger of losing this round, but you never know. One quick P250 kill, pick up an AK, the likes of Simple Electronic can make that work.
Yeah, and it always makes me nervous when I see someone out and about on their own. It's Kioz. He's trying to rejoin the squad, and he's been caught out. Here it comes. An AK found, and if they just get one more Na'Vi, they can slow this down. A couple of chip damage done. The AK can clean up, but doesn't look like that's what's been achieved just yet. Simple, however, does still stand, and a specific shot was required right to the head of Nealon. Couldn't find it. Instead, looks like they've stabilized.
It looks absolutely fine in the end, and that was a good call from Syman Gaming. The fact they lost that first kill, they knew the AK. It's being recovered, but it's top or middle. It can't have any impact if you commit all in towards B, which is what Na'Vi wanted, to be fair, but they had no armor, so couldn't do much about it. Will be Kriaz with a lovely work there towards T-Score. Looks like they found all the kills required, and indeed Nealon confirms it. 4-2. Na'Vi, though, money's still a bit of an issue. After that hero sniper investment, they haven't really recovered since then. I don't know if they want to go for the AWP here. It's not required for sure, but certainly a high-impact weapon. Haven't seen much from Mo yet. Does he still perform at a similar level, Chad? I used to be very excited with him back in the day. The Hellraiser days, Gambit, of course, as well. I've casted so much of him, but about 5 years ago.
I think they've definitely dropped off everybody from that Gambit roster. When you think about it, is almost...
Major champion Mo, yeah.
Exactly.
They're not even a talking point anymore. Zeus is obviously retired. Dozier, we were saying, was playing for a team called Mustang Crew. Hobbit, we were talking about him just the other day as well. Yeah,
still going.
Adren's still in VP. So the thing is, they're not stars anymore. Adren, when they won that major, was in some of his best form. You could even argue he was the best player in the world at around that period. So they've definitely dropped off. I'm interested to see if Mo has been able to get any of his AWP form back, because that major that we're referencing here, just seeing some of the stuff he was doing back then was insane.
Yeah, I miss those days, man. Now it's all about the youngsters, the babyface killers.
You know, I remember there was a time when I was thinking, like, oh, the new generation. I wonder if Counter-Strike's going to be as exciting when the new names and all those ones we know.
That's what's so great about Counter-Strike, because it's a team game. You can learn from your elders, right? If you're talking about Quake, a one-on-one game, you can never develop your skills or learn, and that's why those games don't really thrive and bring in new players. And we'll see some of those names stepping up right now. Perfecto, he'll get the first kill towards Norbert, and this is looking much better for Na'Vi now. They've got a 4 versus 3, Flamey back into safer territory, but his teammates certainly not. A couple of kills found once again, and it's going to be Syman Gaming with the advantage. Electronic, he'll steal one away from Connector. A decent grenade towards the bomb site here, but still, I need rotations now, as Simple will join him from the Connector itself. Good flash. Yeah,
very good flash, and it converts into a kill as well. That's the bomb down, and suddenly, just like that, Syman Gaming are on the back foot. Kioz over pushed. Both of them double swinging into it does make it a rather easy affair, and AWP as well for Simple into the next, and a comfortable third.
So far, what's impressing me about Syman Gaming's T side is the little details, right? The Molotovs that you guys were excited about before that landed to clear off that close wooden position on the B bomb site. They have a couple of those that we've seen come on out here. Some quirky smokes, some different takes, and it looks like they've done their homework on the way that Na'Vi want to approach defending the B bomb site. A is obviously going to be a little bit more difficult. Simple's over there. He doesn't, fall into the same tendencies all the time as what a lot of players do. Let's get this one back underway. AWP's still out. This is where we can really see how Syman Gaming are looking.
Bonk.
Yeah. This will be the first proper gun right now. Orbs on either side. We still have an MP9 from Perfecto, but still a viable weapon, especially in the positions he's playing there. You just got to change things up a little bit. Flamey certainly is. He's pushing off towards short, seeing whether he can get some valuable information, but he can see that the pressure from Connector now. Needs to be aware of it, decides to fall back. And he does so just in the nick of time. Norbert flashes over, and a little boost now towards the fountain, trying to dismount silently. Doesn't really work out. It's like, you know what, let's just run off. It's all good. Let's just get back to B, shall we? So, B execution looking very likely here, boys. Gonna have the smokes down and towards the bomb side, one towards heaven. Molotovs and barrels, and it's all about Perfecto. If they can flush him out and get a quick early kill there, that's looking great. Speaking of which, that smoke is fantastic.
Yeah.
Just before they wanted to start their contact play.
Yeah, and while that's 15 seconds is being bought, look at Electronic. He's about to call Fountain clear. He can swing into party, say nothing toilets. The pre-fire from Flamey as that information's conveyed. Perfecto lying in wait, and he can just throw high rates of fire into that smoke. And look at the damage it's inflicting.
Yeah, this is perfectly handled, Alex. Really enjoying this from Perfecto. You can see so much damage inflicted. No one's gone down from the Na'Vi side, and now they don't need to peek. They've won the round at this point. Keep whittling down that clock. Wait for them to come to you, and Simple, showing a great amount of patience here. It's lovely to see from Na'Vi. They've been tested. They notice it's an important game, and they're making sure they don't overstep the mark.
Well handled. Loved that. That smoke timing truly won them the round.
Yeah, that absolutely. You can see how uncomfortable they were handling that. They knew they'd been rumbled. They haven't got control of any other parts of the map. They can't afford to wait around for 15 seconds. Someone had to commit, and they're greeted by the MP9, and what a boost that is as well. That finds the AWP of Mo. A huge pickup in the last second of
he's
the
after
round.
time. He's got 150 smackers.
That's such a great call, Alex. Wow, I didn't even notice that. That's a huge kill.
Let's see that
Simple.
again if we can. Time ended. Simple boosted, and Mo was holding the short push. He thought he was safe. Of course he would.
Yeah, no one saw that one coming. That is massive now. Simple will find them the 4-4 scoreline, and no money for Mo. He's dropped the Desert Eagle. As we get into round number 9 here, it is going to be AK-47s, but a couple of caveats in the mix as well. A couple of Deagles, one Galil, and barely any utility. This is where things could start to downward spiral for Syman Gaming. Don't have the firepower right now, and remember, pound for pound, heads-up duels, it will be Na'Vi winning the lion's share of almost every single encounter. They have to be a more tactical team. As I say that, though, a magnificent shot from Norbert.
Yeah, pound for pound, you were saying, Hank. And it seems like Nealon, he's been gaining a little bit, and he's actually recovered the rifle. I wonder if Boomich noticed that. He sees the pin pulled. There's so many targets. He does inflict good damage, but he leaves with just the one dog tag. That's maybe not enough for 4 versus 2. Simple needs one now. Misses his shot. Now smoked off. This should be another Syman round.
How have they done this? All with the opening of a Deagle right there, and they're able to collapse onto the B bomb
Just like
site.
that.
It's clear where their focus is, and I'm curious to see how that is going to force Na'Vi to play around. Do you want to lean Simple over towards the B bomb site and let Electronic solo A? How do they want to approach this going forward? Because so far, you're looking at Perfecto, Boomich, and Flamey. They've all died 6 times. So keeping that in mind, they're being bullied on this B bomb site.
They are, but let's address what they've tried. We've seen a double stack monster that worked, but that was actually just paired with a very good smoke. We've seen I haven't seen too much aggression. Boomich has been trying to suppress them with some like persistent wallbangs water, but every time, as soon as Syman decide they want the site, it seems to become theirs.
Yeah, the B bomb site is looking very good for them. I think one player going down, that's Norbert. The man who cracked things open with the Desert Eagle, gave him some footing towards the B bomb site, and that's all they needed, it seems. He will be the impact player of the round, considering that he only got 1. That's quite impressive, and what a shot it was. Flamey trying to get that opening pick, but got a lot more than he bargained for, that's for sure. 5-4. Syman Gaming right back in it now. The money was looking woeful before.
Yeah, Mo can't believe his luck. He goes from having $150 to an AK and full util. Can't ask for more. Appreciates the drop, that's for sure.
At some point, if you're Syman Gaming and you keep going B and you keep getting in, you will assume that Na'Vi will change their CT setup, but they're not. They're doing the same stuff. It's 2 players over towards A.
Mo's prepared for this. He was expecting a play like that from Electronic, and now already a free opening frag has been gifted to them. They don't have to do anything else now. They can regroup, hold the default, see if any CTs overstay their welcome. An uncharacteristic miss. Simple caught in between his movement and aim, and what is Nealon up to?
Yeah, that one can't be part of your default. Don't try that one at home. It's not safe for work or at home, to be honest with you. So either way, they still have the man advantage, but some high-flying antics there from the top rope.
Yeah, he was trying to RKO him out of nowhere.
So Boomage, he fancies to go now.
Oh, he still hits the shot. Norbert finds another entry onto those B players.
I'd get bored having to sit there and just watch that, hoping someone would peek. So the patience on Norbert to be ready and raring for that one is huge. And now they find themselves in a 3-on-5 situation. We're going to need some simple magic.
We certainly are. Here's the step. Completely blinded, but still stands his ground. A lot of steps. He's going to find the first, anticipating the trade, and he's caught him. That's the simple stuff. And he does indeed make it look easy, too. Sent packing back towards the B site. Norbert's got space. Perfecto's going to spot him, but he doesn't get a chance to adjust. And now suddenly, Syman Gaming, it looked dire. It looked like Simple had done enough, but they've got space into the site. Where's the bomb? It's already crossed.
This is actually looking like a very good overpass so far for Syman Gaming. Bear in mind, they're up against the world #1 right now, and this is actually looking impressive. A wallbang is delivered. Norbert to convert it. He'll get both the kills in the end there. 4 kills for the big man as we get 6-4. It has to be an eco, I'd imagine. Look at the money starting to get into a very uncomfortable spot for Na'Vi. They are being truly tested out there. And this is one of those games where they look super aggressive or they're being overzealous. This is actually just a very solid performance so far.
Here's the problem, though. When Simple does this, you should probably win the round, right? I know they'd already lost 2 opening frags at that point, and obviously Norbert had been able to sneak through Monster. But he just leveled the playing field for them, right? He just got, well, this round is now winnable because of Simple getting 2 kills. Unfortunately, nobody else on the team able to get anything done. And now they find themselves with another hero rifle in play. So let's see. How much impact can the superstar have?
All very quiet for now, and the grenade does a boatload of damage towards Electronic. Down to 32. Same story for Perfecto really as well. Simple, if he's going to have any sort of impact, it has to be in the next few seconds. Challenges, and now he's surrounded, but this is where he can thrive. Not for now, though. Keels takes him down, the Danger Man removed, and they've got a 5 versus 3. They can put the brakes on now. They just want to recalibrate. Work out what the reaction is from the CTs as Norbert. Happy to challenge once again. Discovers 2 CTs at the B bomb site and stays alive as well. That's very important. He's alone right now. Doesn't want to offer up an AK-47. Survival is very key.
Yeah, and you could say the same for Boomage, but he's only got a P250. Charged up long. If he gets Kios, it's a 1v1. It's the duel he's hoping to get, but not going to be an easy one, and no armor. Yeah, gets shredded. Nealon just tapping all of the possibilities before making sure that bomb goes down safely.
Did you guys have like any in your either your scenes or in your friendship groups, or was there anything big in the UK that probably I missed? Like, was there like a saying that you wish still like kind of existed, like a single word type thing or a phrase?
I still love "you peak, you lose."
Okay.
You peak, you lose was
that was
like
one of your binds.
That
right?
was a bind that a player called Leesky did, but it kind of spread around COD because it pissed so many people off. That was a good one. What can you do was one that I saw Rush talking about, the WCYD. We used to use that acronym. What can you do?
Okay.
When you're beating someone, you're like, what can you do?
Okay.
I used to be very good at annoying people with emojis. Speaking about those, I could do the crying, smiling face. So it's a crying face, it's smiling, you know what I mean?
Sure, I know
you
what
get a
you're
cheesy
talking
kill
about.
on someone, and you type it, spray on the floor, get the spray gun out, do a smiley face in the chat. Really pisses them
Talking
off.
of spraying, Chad, we forgot to tell you, the purple setup, the Scarlet Pimpernel, he drops purple love hearts around the map as he's fragging.
Purple hearts everywhere. I need my calling card.
Can you take some screenshots tonight?
I'm gonna maybe put a video compilation together, I think.
Okay.
Really show it off. I'm gonna add to the collection, right? Round it all up. When you see the MP9, Chad,
oh, you wouldn't believe.
It's beautiful. Like, it's the best thing I've ever seen next to that shop. Fantastic work from Simple. We're back into the action now. Less of the skins, and we'll see a 5-on-4. This is much better for Na'Vi. And a little nade set up here.
I like
this could
it.
do damage.
Will it get the kill, though? It's looking promising and just down to 29. It looked perfect. Just not quite enough. Kios has already found Electronic. He's got a lovely little nade to smoke off the front of Long. Simple's ahead of it, though. Oh, Kios, you are surely screwed here. He'd have to get, the perfect timing, and he does. I think Simple was playing anti-flash. He may have heard a pin pulled, but he looked away just at the wrong moment, and now space again found for Syman's T-side.
I was questioning how this was even going to be competitive for Syman Gaming. Maybe I should have been questioning how this was even going to be competitive for Na'Vi, because their tendencies on their B bomb site are constantly being looked at and toyed with by Syman. They're ready for the boosts. They know the positions that they like to play. They're harassing with Molotovs, HEs, and now they're just peeling him out of the server, one man at a time.
Yeah, you can see why Syman have picked this map. It's actually looking quite good for them. And this is a big game for Na'Vi as well. First map,
Perfecto's just quaking in his
he's
boots.
just like, not to these boys, guys.
No.
I can't lose to them. Let's have a look at his stats while we're here, shall we? Perfecto, yikes, 3-8 right now. Flamey, same story. A bit of dead weight for Flamey last month or so, Chad. He hasn't looked his best, has he?
Yeah, he is the second highest rated for them in this tournament so far, but he still hasn't looked like he's, you know, back to full force.
He's been hot and cold. He's been very much, it's either, you either got a 1 or a 0. He's been a binary performer for Na'Vi.
Big fan of Katy Perry as well.
Yes, certainly. Where did she go?
Where did she go?
Is she still making music? I don't think you need to make music. Once you've been like a kind of a international superstar, pop star for like a couple of years, I think you're pretty much set for life.
So why are we still working?
Yeah, good question, man. And this was the third shot Kios got. He's been having a great game. That was his 13th frag as well. Locking down the retake with an AWP, not easy, especially at 6 HP. But we're into round 13. It certainly does look unlucky for Na'Vi as they've been forced to swallow their pride and go for the half buy.
They will see what's available with the M4. Perfecto, if he is going to step up, this would be a perfect opportunity to do so. Need to see at least 2 kills from them to stand a chance. They've got a couple of smokes, 1 kit, and Boomage. They'll be pushing up towards shore, but you can see Syman Gaming using the buddy system here, flashing each other in, having trade potential as well. I say that, it is the USP that gets the first frag, but it should be made up for by Neelan. If he gets this kill, called around, done, and there it is. It's going to be a lot of damage inflicted, but maybe Perfecto can say a little bit more about the rounds, but Electronic and Simple now holding towards the B side of the map, and they could be ending up there.
That could bait them into Perfecto's rifle. They do know Perfecto is traditionally a B holder here, but with how good their utility usage has looked, I was going to say he shouldn't be able to do too much. Yeah,
he hasn't got a smoke. He wishes he did. He can't really cross back. The flash would have enabled them to cross on it had he known. Instead, he'll wait it out. A lot of pressure on Perfecto's M4 here. Syman Gaming, they know there's only 1 rifle in play, and they still want to fight. Does get the trade is Simple, and his deagle doesn't gonna last much longer. Kriaz is on one today. He hasn't hit too many shots. It's Kios and Kriaz. It can get confusing.
If they finish B, Electronic can win this round. The low HP of Neelan, and there's a kit on the floor we can see just ahead of him.
Electronic can steal the round away. Bomb goes down, doesn't swing just yet. Looks for his opportunity, and one that is not realized. A nice idea there, was hoping to snatch away 1 kill, catch the bomb planter as he came off the C4 there, but wasn't meant to be. 9-4, this is actually looking very good now for Syman Gaming. Remember, it's a CT-sided map on their pick as well. They might be converting this quite comfortably.
Yeah, I think now would be a good time as any actually to remind everyone of the conversation that pre-match. Chad at one point was saying, so with 2 months and completely changing their language to English, and 2 months integrating 2 new players into your roster up against the world #1, it's hard not to call this a one-sided affair, but it seems that Syman Gaming have managed to get under Na'Vi's skin.
I'm not certain if it's just a slow start from Na'Vi. We know historically when they start tournaments, they can be slow starters, but I thought they were kind of done with that since Perfecto had come in and they had changed the system and Blade was behind them as the coach. Or it could just be Syman Gaming are the best team in the world on Overpass.
Yeah.
Or they're just playing really well right now. So we'll probably go with the last one.
Let's go with that one for now, because at the moment, their Overpass win rate is 33%, with losses to Hard Legion, Smash, Endpoint, Virtus Pro, Movie Star Riders, Heretics, Spirit, Hard Legion again. So there's a lot of losses on Overpass. In fact, they've only won... well, hang on, maths is hard. It was 12 games, 4. They've won 4. 4 of 12 games.
And they're currently up 9-4 against Na'Vi. So nothing makes sense anymore.
Not really.
It's been that way for a while now, though.
Yeah, a little bit. Simple does have the AWP for now, so it's another strong buy. They're going to need these last 2 rounds here, I would say. And Simple goes for the first pick at the T-steps, but denied anything. The smoke for the cross. They'll get across safely, and we'll see whether this is another B finish. They've been hammering it home on this side of the map. Finding so many kills, a bit of aggression from Na'Vi. Hasn't looked necessarily successful for them. No, but they were double digits. Looking for any more jumping players here.
Ooh, safe spot found. No, spreading, and Perfecto forced to use his smoke. That's definitely a sound cue that they can work with. They throw a nade on top of him as well. Unfortunate not to do too much more damage. There's a 4-man lean towards this monster tunnel. They want to contest it.
I think they know if someone is playing that position, what setup they're going for. So they've obviously done their homework very well. you could see they were trying to actually isolate the right-hand side of Monster there, and then they were smoked off and had to think better of it. But they're very, very locked on into how Na'Vi want to approach the CT side. That is for sure.
Yeah, definitely done their homework. Flamey waiting for this frag, and nice little duck from Norbert to make that as tiny of a target as possible. This nade looks promising from Flamey. Should take them down, slow them down, doesn't do any damage, and instead it's going to be Perfecto to open up the proceedings. Another miss. That one's going to hurt. Flamey needs to hit the quickie, and he does. A second chance, and Kriaz can't believe his luck. Simple, finding an equalizer, and then another one. Puts him into a clutch that he totally can win. A 1 versus 3, essentially.
Well, it will be Kriaz remaining here. 20 seconds, and he will be trying to get the bomb down here. But Simple applying a lot of pressure, met by the bullets of that AK. This is going to be Kriaz winning yet another round. It's double digits from the board for Syman Gaming.
He's got 14K. I'll give him that one.
Did he miss the weapon?
He didn't get any guns. He was looking for the AWP.
Well, yeah, like I said, I guess it is the final round. They're absolutely fine. And Na'Vi probably not. Less than 4K across the board here. It's going to be a CZ for Boomich, for Mass, UMPs, MP9s, you name it, they've got it. Everything but the heavy artillery, no AWPs or M4s here. And this is looking very good for an 11-4 finish, but these are some of the more difficult rounds to pick up here. It means that Na'Vi will certainly be a loose cannon entering the final round. They know they have to be a bit more scrappy. And there's the replay of him not getting a weapon, but as we mentioned, not a big deal. Kriaz finds the 1v1 versus Simple.
Wow. Looking for the 11-4 half. Syman Gaming's T-side and Overpass has been a scorcher, and as Henry's outlined, this one is not going to be the very best foot for Na'Vi to be putting forward. The only one they can, though. It's always a good feeling when everyone can treat themselves to their favorite pistol. So we've learned that Kriaz is a Tech 9 guy. Nealand's more of a P250 penchant, and a little Deagle for Mo for the style points. Haven't seen too much of that Mo AWP that we were talking about, of course. Let's not forget the major champion. He has yet to make an impact. He took quite an extended break, though. From as far as I remember him taking to Twitter saying 6-month hiatus, looking to get back into competitive play. So you can't really be too surprised that it's taken a little bit of a hit. Nades no one's home. Boomich can now continue to play that same spot. A boost for Simple looks very promising, but the Molotov will force them to change their plans. Look at Electronic. Ice in his veins. He holds the line.
Part of me feels like Electronic's timed out.
Because he didn't move for that molly?
Yeah, and he's still there.
Electronic, are you here?
Wait, where'd he go?
Oh, Kriaz is now on the other team, so yeah, he must have disconnected.
Okay, so there's no...
Yeah.
They've lost their fifth.
They've lost a player.
And there was damage dealt. So as far as I understand the rules, unless Syman Gaming want to restart, this will just have to stand.
Well, Simple will try his best to pull the round back in their favor. It is currently a 3 versus 4. Ignore the GUI for now. We are going to see whether Syman Gaming converts. It's going to be the MP9 to defend here. 45 seconds. And the commitment's coming through. Flamey trying to avoid the grey screen of the smoke. Can he upgrade to the AK-47? No. Doesn't feel comfortable. Tucks himself in the corner. And now it's actually going to be Norma pulling a frag back.
Oh my God. He does this so many times. And Kriaz has caught another. That frag from Boomich is everything. But now he knows that the space has been found on B. Where's the bomb? It's on Mo's back, and he's heard the retreat of Boomich, so he'll be trying to scarper over there. Space being taken by Norbert in the meantime as well.
Boomich probably a little bit late for this one. He's got no utility. Norbert is deep behind enemy lines as well. Nice bomb plant coming through. They've got a flashbang. Mo to defend with the AWP. Boomich shouldn't win this, but I'll be very impressed if he can.
He would need to find the cleanest of kills.
Yeah, this first one is the hardest of the two.
Yeah. Oh, his crosshair was there. I had a feeling, but no. Norbert stands strong and finds yet another frag and round. It's an 11-4 half, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joined us, stay tuned because it looks like Syman Gaming came to play.
didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody even use an enemy. Brutally awake and quiet undertaking. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. If I am so wrong and so gone, miserable, won't you stick around just for some be visible? But you don't, no you don't care. Leave me to suffer, erase all the doubt. Pouring Jack in my mouth, in a love with enough of the pain and the drugs to be present for now. All I'm right now, I don't wanna wake up messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. Look into your eyes, I see.
We're back with the second half of our first game today. Navi did not expect Syman Gaming to fly out of the gate. T-side Overpass and Kioz and Neela, Norbert as well with the entry frags have managed to do damage. An 11-4 half, fellas.
It's looking good out there. No one expected this, let me tell you. Maybe Syman Gaming did. They chose this map, and currently it's looking very good, but they do switch over to the T side now. Navi can still win this game. Plenty of comebacks have been done on Overpass before. On the CT side now, I'd say it's a bit of a must-win pistol, or at least the second round is, as we'll get into it now. Neelan to challenge towards top and middle. Spots a few players there, confirms not a B rush at least, so they can maybe peel a player back.
There's a real opportunity as well for Navi here if they do convert and are able to stay steady on the ecos, get to that first gun round. They could actually throw in a lot of fakes here. Now that we've learned that Syman Gaming are communicating in English, that's something that could throw them for a little bit of a loop on their CT side. That high intensity of communication when executes are coming in or you hear players stampeding your direction. That's where Navi could potentially capitalize on the little details.
So here we have Boomich. Still planting his feet towards middle, doesn't want to commit just yet. They have a smoke, couple of flashes, and one Molotov. As I mentioned in the first half, it's usually B. There seems to be the main point of contention in these pistols because you can Molotov towards the barrel, smoke heaven, and that's usually enough. Flashbang towards short though, allows Boomich to get out of the connector. Spots one, sends them packing. A nice shot from both teams here, 4 on 4.
Looking promising. Only Mo holding the sight, but he holds that shot and holds his nerve. Gets it. Krias as well onto Boomich. Looks like Navi will have nothing left by the time they actually get into the site. Now being pushed down. It's Mo with a triple kill. His first real announcement of his presence here in the server, and it's a big one.
Well, there we have it. We are going to have the pistol landing in favor of Syman Gaming. No bomb planted. So it does beg the question, do you force by now a Deagle armor or go for the AKs in the third? Most teams will lean toward the latter. But it does mean Syman Gaming will go 13-4 up before Navi can post another round here. So they will take the eco. One flash, a couple of upgraded pistols there with Deagles and P250s, but generally speaking, this is an eco. Simple does get a helmet, so
interesting.
Looking to cause some damage here. He's also got the Desert Eagle as well. Bit of a master with the weapon.
He kind of has to do it himself at the moment, guys. He's on 17 kills, 90 ADR. His teammates all have less than 10 frags.
Yeah, Perfecto not really shining against his former teammates. Still on 5 and 12 here as Norbert. He starts lighting him up. Got himself a couple of kills. That's going to be the bomb down as well. And just Simple remains. He hasn't been touched until now. It's the MP9 that lands 2 deadly headshots there. 13-4. And they could actually have AKs here, but with Simple's investment, they will have to settle with a Galil for him at least.
Okay, I think there's a lot of energy in the Syman camp right now. If I was to take a guess, I reckon their comms are fire.
Yeah, they're probably up for it right now.
Everyone's like Google translating, like, let's get them, guys. Like, making sure they've got all their hype phrases down. We got a big win on the cards for the first map here, potentially. Of course, 3 rounds can be very difficult and elusive when you're playing against a team of Navi's caliber. Let's see what Norbert and Mo have got for us in store with a rather aggressive stance. You've got to be careful of that push. And they choose to back away. Early aggression and falling back. It is a necessity for the CT side, and they've done it relatively well so far. Nealon, however, is very extended. That nade, not the smoke I was hoping for. He will still overstay his welcome. He's got a smoke, though, and that's now the dream. Perfecto can't do much, might even be sent back packing. Electronic, in the meantime, taking some space toilets.
Electronic hasn't wowed us as of yet, but certainly has the potential to do so. His AK-47 is brilliant. Hasn't necessarily shown us what it's made of as of yet, but in towards the bathroom as he goes, and no CT's looking for the shadow. So a chance there, a guaranteed frag. Not the flashiest, but he gets it done. It's the opening kill for Na'Vi, and pretty much every round is must win at this stage. Can't afford to give much more away. Nealon's been tagged, and Perfecto, he might be caught off guard here.
Perfect Molotov. That will force them out. But a smoke to keep the hold, and Kriaz, excuse me. He's got such a good line for this. He doesn't need to do much. He can just stay crouched. If he walks out, he'll be visible.
With 30 seconds remaining, Alex will get on, and that's a fantastic opening kill for the CT side. They've taken a lot of damage en route, so Na'Vi still have a fighting chance here, but what have they got left? A single smoke, no flashes.
Oof, that's
Simple to
ballsy.
Galil, he won't nail that first shot.
Mo just crossing knife out. My God, that scared me. Never mind him. Attention drawn, Simple's back turned, and he bides his time for the strike. Not quite as precise as he needed to be, but it does enable Mo to get the frag. And with a bomb loose, this round is won. Perfecto could even die after time. He's fighting on long. Looks like he's safe and sound, but damage done. That's 14 for Syman Gaming.
The rough investment into the round meant they had nothing left there. Even with the opening frag, you can see they had nothing to commit towards the A side with. They had a single smoke. It wasn't even deployed and taken down with 20 seconds remaining. Just run out of time on the clock, and that is something we said a lot about Na'Vi when they struggle, Chad. It seems when they're losing, they focus too much on the defaults and have no time left to actually do anything with their guns.
I have no idea what Na'Vi are doing, really. Like, I'm just a little bit perplexed. It doesn't seem like any of their individuals are up for it today other than Simple. Shots aren't being hit. Looks a little bit lackadaisical in its approach. We know we've spoken to Blade before in the past, and he says it's hard to get the hype in the room because everyone's at home at the moment, but Syman Gaming seem to be having no trouble doing it.
No, they certainly seem hungrier, that's for sure. This game means a lot to them, and Na'Vi really haven't showed up as of yet towards Overpass. Luckily, Dustu coming up as a second map. We should see a better look. They are considered to be the best Dustu team in the region. And the opening kill from Kriaz. He's looking for map point, and is looking very comfortable here, chaps. Bear in mind, this is for map point as well, where Na'Vi haven't fully invested in it. They still got $2 grand on Electronic and Simple. They're hoping they can win this round with just the pistols, but that looks like a far cry from reality now.
Certainly does. If Perfecto loses this rifle, it's going to be salt in the wound. Nice challenge from Boomich. Right there beside him, distracting the crosshair, enables them to find not only a kill, but a rifle. Going to be difficult to do too much more with it, though. They do have Kevlar. They'll likely want to get that rifle on someone with a bit more health. There is an Electronic sitting there who looks like a prime candidate for it. Not going to be making that choice. Instead, just going to get their utility out. This one straight for the bin. Mo's holding the tight line toilets. The only vulnerability here is long. That's being held for now by his teammate. Nice hold. Norbert will shut him down, and so that means Mo can focus all of his attention on this line, and the timing, just as Boomich was on his way into the site, falls back to a more passive line. Where's that bomb, though? It's on Simple. It's yet to get to the site. They're faking this.
Oh, dude.
They're trying to go B.
He's not going to... He dies and it's over. He's definitely dead. He's not winning this round. 15 found.
So if this scoreline continues and we find a 16-4, that will be... I'm looking through all of the matches right now since Perfecto has joined the roster. It'll be the worst loss they've ever had.
Against his former teammates.
Against his former team.
Yeah, so if this is a 16-4, I will have to triple check, but I'm pretty certain that their worst loss before this would have been a 16-5 against Astralis. So quite the comparison when you talk about Astralis and Syman Gaming.
Oh boy, man. I mean, like, the human element of this is just, it does add a whole new taste to the video game match we are watching, as I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're well. I hope you're hydrated for those of you watching at home. You guys too, I guess.
Yeah,
I hope you're having fun.
I'm enjoying myself. I'd like to see the game warm up a little bit.
It would be fun.
Hopefully Dust 2 will deliver, because this is just not good enough from Navi, I'm afraid. I think they would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Perfecto dead in connector. Didn't even have a chance to take a duel. So he gets taken out with a lovely boost from Nealon as they peered on through. And it just feels like Navi are going to kind of simmer out of this game.
Yeah, they put it on the lowest heat, and everything's just evaporated. There's nothing left.
I left the candles on the other day when we came in, boys, and I accidentally left one of them on the kitchen benches.
Okay, is that a yellow card?
It should be, but I've had a lot of experience with candle wax before.
It should be, so he's just been given a warning this time.
Yeah, so what happened was the candle did melt all over the top of the countertop, but
What's the trick?
you get the kettle, you boil it, you get a pot, and you put the pot on top of the wax.
Wow.
It warms it up, you can wipe it off.
Ah.
Yeah, good stuff for you guys at home in case you make a boo-boo like me. I also once made a bit of a boo-boo, but it wasn't as bad as that because Simple grabs one. Now we have 3 on 4. Still doable.
Yeah, absolutely doable. And actually found some access towards the B side as well, but smoke down towards short makes things a little bit more complicated for them. And Kios, he knows they're coming, but he's in an awful position here.
Wow.
Still good for one. Kriaz, that might be enough here. The Incendiary, the HE combo as well is going to do a ton of damage with the bomb site here. The bullets somehow don't connect. Oh, Howley's still alive here. Finally goes down. Looks like we're all done here, boys. One more kill will do it. He's flaming to keep the dream alive. His 9th frag found. He's going to need 2 more, and it's not going to be good enough.
Wow, we've done it there. Ladies and gentlemen, Overpass concludes. It's 16-4. Perfecto falls to his old squad on the first